Mederios Babb back with another exciting episode of the Valley Rally. Now, usually at the end of the episode is when I do this segment, but this next shot is so incredible that we are actually going to start with a Babb's best shot. This time, it's an ATP with a twist from pickleball with Silas.
You.
And if you want to submit a Babb's best shot, all you have to do is DM me at Mederios Babb or at the Central Valley Rally, and we will feature it on the next episode. All right, now it's time for serving some headlines. Our first headline is Anna Leigh Waters, the first pickleball player to sign with Nike. Now, this is huge for not only Anna Leigh, but for the brand, because they really haven't explored going into pickleball, so it'll be interesting to see what happens next. She was in a full pickleball fit for the Masters last weekend as she won her latest Triple Crown. Okay, our next headline is a change that the PPA is going to make when it comes to singles to make it more competitive. So instead of the width being 20 feet, they are actually going to explore making it smaller, taking off 1.5 feet from each side. Now, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but the PPA is saying that they want to make the game more competitive. And for our final headline of the week, Bulldog Pickleball is headed over to the Lone Star State. They have two different teams that are going to be competing in the Texas qualifier. Now, that's going to be happening tomorrow on the 24th and then also on the 25th. We wish them the best of luck. All right, for my next guest on the Valley Rally, I catch up with Will Dau. Now, he's been playing tennis since he was in the 6th grade, but recently, a couple of years ago, he decided to make the switch over to pickleball, and he has dominated on the courts. He was ranked number 1 by the NCPA last year for men's singles, and he arguably has the best drive in the entire Central Valley. Now, I caught up with him on the court to talk about everything pickleball related, his transition from tennis, and also about finding love on the court. And we are not talking about the tennis court. Welcome to the Valley Rally. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about, are you from the Central Valley originally?
I am. I was born and raised in Fresno.
What was it like growing up in the Valley?
It was fun. I was mainly playing tennis and doing other sports and stuff, so it's always very hot. That was pretty much the main factor, I think. But
how long have you been playing tennis?
I started when I was in like 6th grade, so I think I was like 12. But yeah, since pretty much until the past 2 years, pretty much all of my life. So yeah.
Does your family play tennis too?
My dad played growing up. My mom never played, but then we were members at Fig Garden Swim and Racket Club, so I kind of just grew up riding my bike there and then playing a lot. So.
All right, well, we're going to do a segment called Rapid Fire. I'm just going to ask you some questions, and you're just going to have some fun with it, whatever comes into your mind, okay?
Okay.
So describe pickleball in 3 words.
Quirky, fast, and weird.
What's the biggest misconception that people have about pickleball, do you think?
Probably the noise thing. I've really never been bothered by the noise, but everywhere, like Carmel, I saw your story on, and a bunch of people really hate the noise. So.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I've never like really been bothered by it, but.
I'm interested. They're kind of doing some technology to have like a noiseless ball.
I've seen that on Facebook, yeah. I've thought about buying one, but I'm like, that's not worth it for me, but.
I know. I don't know how that would be. It would be such a different game, I feel like.
Or they have the like felt paddles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are innovating, I guess.
Who knows where it's going to go. If you could rename pickleball, would you name it anything else?
I don't know. I think pickleball kind of just sums up the vibe of it pretty perfectly. Like just kind of weird, quirky, you know. So I don't think I would change it, honestly.
Okay, would you rather dink for eternity or return serves from Ben Johns for 5 minutes?
Oh, serves from Ben Johns. I hate dinking. It's the worst part of pickleball, so I'll go with the serves from Ben Johns.
What's the most unhinged thing that you've ever said on a court?
Oh, man. Probably something, I don't know. Probably something not very nice to my semi-steady partner, Brody. But I don't know if it should be said on camera. So.
Okay, so we're just going to have your imagination on that one. Have you accidentally ever hit your partner?
100%, yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I mean, people are crossing and moving over all the time, so I think I've hit people when we're trying to unstack and do stuff on serve and stuff, or sometimes intentionally, you know.
Okay, all right. So what's worse, missing an easy dink or missing a serve?
Missing a serve. It's just such a let off, and it always happens after like a huge point, like you win it and there's like momentum, and then there's a missed serve. It just kills you.
Who do you think in the Valley talks the most trash on the court?
Man, I mean, Jonah for sure, probably. Or Stavro. It's one of those two.
I know, seriously. I did interview Jonah as part of the podcast, and he told me, I just saw him just a few minutes ago, to say hi to you and ask you about him.
Yeah.
So do you have a response to Jonah?
I'll catch you at the next tournament.
Well, I know you said you're not too crazy about dinking, but this is part of the podcast. So
All right.
this is Who's in My Kitchen. So did you play any other sports besides tennis growing up?
I played like baseball when I was in like elementary school, and then a little bit of basketball, but other than that, not really. It was kind of just mainly tennis since like 6th grade. So
when did you first hear about pickleball? Like what year? And what was your initial reaction?
So I think it was like probably 2021. And this guy who's probably pretty well known in the community now, Darren Wu, we grew up playing tennis with him. And when we were like little kids, he would bully us on the court and make us feel really bad. And then so by the time I was older, he had switched to pickleball, and he was like, man, you tennis players should start trying to play this. And I was like, okay, well, it looks fun. I'm not really doing anything with tennis anymore. So I kind of gave it a shot and like signed up for a tournament at Sierra. And then I just
right away?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny. I get a lot of crap for this, but I ended up losing with my partner to Nick's dad and Jonah's dad. They played as partners, but we did okay. And then Brody started getting really into it, and then so we both kind of just started playing more. And he obviously just finished up his tennis season, so now he's playing it a lot. So.
You guys are like the tallest people on the court. It's so funny to see you guys matched up. Do you think that's an advantage?
For sure. I think like a lot of times if we try to get up to the kitchen really fast and then keep teams back, because obviously with our length, we just don't we like being able to take it, reach into the kitchen, and not really have to get into dink wars. So we kind of want to keep people as far back as possible and just use our length to kind of capitalize. But yeah, we are. So the first tournament that we ever played together, it was like a team name that we signed up for here at Sierra.
Yeah.
And so our name was like the Twin Towers.
No.
Just because we were super tall. Yeah. But yeah, we just have a lot of fun with it. So.
That's fun. So how long have you been playing so far?
Okay, so this is I'm not really sure how to answer, because I played like 2 or 3 tournaments in like 2022, I think, but I really didn't count that as playing. And then 2023, I was still kind of playing tennis. I played at like a junior college. So I wasn't really playing any pickleball. So I'd say like probably 2.5 years-ish, like total, but yeah.
You know, there's always the talk about like tennis versus pickleball. Have you seen that from going from tennis to pickleball at all?
Yeah, I think it like obviously tennis helps at like a basic level, I think. But from what I've seen, like even really good tennis players don't necessarily, the skills don't really translate. Like for instance, if you play from the baseline in tennis, that really doesn't translate well to pickleball because it's so fast and at the net and close up and stuff. So, but if you have really good serves and or really good volleys, and you kind of like a faster paced game in tennis, that kind of translates well or better to pickleball. But then there's people who play all sorts of sports. So I think at some, like Jonah, he didn't really play any tennis, but obviously he's very good. So I think it's just kind of a different set of skills, but yeah.
What's your favorite thing about pickleball?
The hands. I've got, my attention span is like 5 seconds. So I just like, I like the points being fast and over and speeding up and all the reaction shots and stuff. So.
What's been your favorite tournament that you've played so far?
So Brody and I we got super excited for the California Pickleball Classic in like 2022, I think. And we had literally played for like, I don't know, we'd played like kind of 2 joke tournaments together, but he was still playing tennis, so he really wasn't playing that much. And we literally thought we were gonna come in and like beat everybody, and like we like lost after 3 rounds or something. But I remember thinking just how confident we were that we were gonna win. And that one's just always fun because especially recently you've got so many good teams, so many good players that it's just, even if you're out, it's just fun to watch everybody play, you know.
What's your signature shot, do you think?
Probably my drive. I think that's probably my most notorious shot. Just coming from tennis, it's translated very well. And so I get a lot of free points on it. But
what do you want to improve with your pickleball game?
I think the biggest thing, honestly, I think dinking is big, but just my decision making. Because I think sometimes when it gets tight or if I'm getting frustrated, I'll just play really stupid shots. Like just speed ups that you shouldn't really hit, or just not really making the best decisions. And so I think honestly that's just my biggest thing of getting better, is just making the right choice in the right moment and not just speeding everything up.
When you're not on the pickleball court, what are you up to?
Oh man, I don't know. I love watching movies or running, working out. I love using the sauna, which is kind of funny, but yeah, I don't know. Woodworking, various hobbies.
Oh, woodworking?
Yeah.
How'd you get into that?
My dad is super into it. Like all growing up, he was making stuff, and then so we started doing projects growing up. I haven't done it as much as of recently, but right now I'm kind of just busy with school and work and pickleball. So.
What are you going into?
My degree is in finance, and then yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do after, but we'll see. Speaking
of school, you've done stuff with Bulldog Pickleball.
Yes.
How'd you get into that, and what was that like?
So that's kind of funny too, because I feel like it's just a random story, but the first tournament I played, this like little curly-headed kid walks up to me and was like, "You're Will Dau, right?" And I was like, yeah." And Nick's obviously quite a few years younger than me, but he recognized me from tennis growing up. And then I was at Fresno State. I don't know how the relationship continued to develop, honestly, but Nick was just super excited about it. He's done an amazing job with the team, and so he obviously wanted me to play. And then so yeah, we just had a great year traveling around, playing tournaments. And yeah, it was honestly just a wonderful experience, and Nick really does do a good job, so it was a lot of fun.
And when you were a part of Bulldog Pickleball, who did you all play with?
So it was like, you mean specifically? Like,
yeah, like who was your partner?
Yeah, so Nick and I would play together, obviously, and then you would do, how it would work for most tournaments is you have a men and women play, and then you do 2 mixed matches, kind of like the MLP stuff.
Okay.
So I would always play with Lizzie, who's now my girlfriend, and then Nick would play with Mia.
How about that? Some people can't play with someone that they're like dating.
Well, it's funny. We weren't dating until, or we didn't date until after pickleball, and so that kind of made it easier too, just because you didn't have those dynamics going on. We still play a little bit today, and it's not that bad, but you know, it certainly changes after you start dating.
Because some people, they're like, no way in heck will I play with my girlfriend or my boyfriend.
No, I get it. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely different than just playing with a random person, because there's way more emotions and feelings and stuff, but it's still a lot of fun. So.
Do you have a best memory from Bulldog Pickleball?
I don't know. I feel like every tournament kind of just got better and better. I think the national championship game, or the national championship tournament, was in the Lifetime in Georgia. I forget what it's called, but it's like really famous. They have like the PPA tournament there and a lot of other stuff. But we our flight got delayed in Dallas, and so we were like super late, and then we're almost to Georgia, and we have to like turn back around and go back to Dallas because of weather. And then so we ended up finally getting into Georgia at like 4 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then we play at like 10. And so all of us were just super fatigued and not feeling good, but then I don't know how, but we ended up going undefeated in our pool play.
Really?
So we were like 3-0, we got a really high seed, and then we kind of just crashed out on the second day and didn't do as well. But it was super fun being in Georgia at because I've never seen like a facility like that either, like the massive gym, all the pickleball courts and stuff like that. So it was just fun to get to travel and do all that stuff.
That's neat. Where do you think you're gonna go with your pickleball career here?
I don't know. I've got like another semester and a half of school. So I'm probably gonna try to keep playing tournaments up and down California and see what happens. But then once I have to end up getting a job, it'll probably slow down a little bit. But yeah, right now I'm just enjoying it, traveling and playing tournaments and stuff.
I know, you and your partner do so great together. I mean, what has it been like since you guys first started playing to now? Like, have you guys seen a huge change, or what's your advice?
Yeah, I mean, so Brody and I have known each other forever. I mean, I think like all great friendships, we originally hated each other from on the tennis court. But then it was kind of just the natural way of things that we would end up playing pickleball together. And it was kind of like, especially we've had issues because I was playing the Bulldog stuff and playing a lot, and then he was doing his tennis season. So there was kind of like a gap of like, when I was playing, I had to find different partners, and then his game started to slow down and stuff. So it's definitely been an adjustment, but honestly, like, especially recently, like, I think his game is starting to catch up a lot. So I think he's gonna start, I think it's gonna be even better coming up pretty soon, but I guess we'll just see.
If you could play with like one celebrity, professional pickleball player, anybody, who would you like to play with on the court?
Ooh. I don't know, I saw that like Dirk Nowitzki plays, or like Terrell Owens, or there's this random YouTuber I really like, Danny Duncan. I don't know if you know who that is, but he actually, that was the first time I ever heard about pickleball, was in a Danny Duncan video.
Really?
Yeah, and he was with like Kyle Yates, who I don't even know if he plays anymore, but this was like 2017. And he would like go to rec centers and play on gym floors with old people, and I was like, huh, that's weird. And I definitely never thought I would be playing it, but.
I will say, like, Tio did pretty good. I was like actually kind of shocked by that. I would not have thought that he would play pickleball.
Well, Nick gave me so I guess Nick, there's a NFL wide receiver who used to play named Golden Tate.
Yeah.
And Nick played him in a singles tournament, and I guess he beat him.
What?
But I mean, they're just such good athletes that, like, I don't know. They probably all pick it up pretty quick.
I'll tell you though, pickleball can be like humbling. Is there a match where you thought for sure that you were gonna go in and win and just got humbled?
I mean, not as much humbled. I mean, so like probably a year and a half or 2 years ago, we were still pretty new to the sport, I think, but we were like trying to get Jonah to play a lot, and we thought we were really good, and we really weren't that good. And so we were like, Jonah was originally supposed to play with like Joyson or something, and we're like, okay, good. And then Joyson bailed, so Jonah was like, oh, it's okay, I got my dad. And I was like, what? I was like disrespected. I was like, you're gonna play with your dad, and like you think it's gonna be like competitive? And then Mr. Hawkins just absolutely tore us apart. And I think I smashed a paddle that day, but yeah, that was definitely just I was like, man, it definitely made me feel like I am definitely not as good as I think I am. So.
Sometimes that has to happen for you to get better, I swear.
Yeah.
That's you learn more from that sometimes than the wins. What's your advice to people that are trying to perfect their drive, since you say that your drive is your signature shot?
I think it's more important to focus on like the power, or not the power, but control and spin. Because like there's a lot of things you can take opportunities with, like when people are unstacking. Like if they're running in, like just dipping it at their feet, you know, and having a lot of spin on it as opposed to just crushing it. So I think just placing it is honestly way more important, because you can take a lot off too, and you can just change up your spots and people just won't be ready for it. So, and I think a lot of people just get caught up in having, you know, the most powerful paddle, you know, hitting it as hard as possible. And I think it like takes away from a lot of like the learning curve of the game. Like you will win a couple points, you know, for sure. But you'll hit a lot out, you know, your blocks aren't going to be as good. So I just think it's more important to focus on precision. I say that and I still try to hit every ball like very hard most of the time, but.
Do you have a pickleball pet peeve or like a pickleball ick that people do?
I don't know. I don't know if this is the point of it, but some of the talk that goes around from Jonah and Stav definitely is very frustrating. So.
What's the one that frustrates you the most?
Oh, I don't know. Or oh my goodness. So a lot of times, like if you miss a ball or something, they're like, that's our guy, and I'm like, dude, it makes you grit your teeth, but yeah, it's just funny.
That's funny.
And off the court, it's all good. So.
What's your advice to people that are thinking about taking up pickleball?
I don't know. It's in terms of like getting better.
No, just like in general. If somebody's like, oh man, maybe I should try it out. Should I not try it out? What would you say to them?
There's for sure a reason why it's like the fastest growing sport, like 4 years running.
Yeah.
It's so social. It's so easy to play. It's so easy to pick up, and it does just give you such like a a community, you know? Like I've met so many, obviously I knew a lot of people from playing tennis from so many years, but like in the 3 years I've played pickleball, 2.5, I've met probably like double the amount of people.
Yeah.
So it's just fun. And like being at Sierra, everyone kind of knows each other, everyone roots for each other. So I just love that sense of community, honestly, and just getting to know a bunch of people.
Hey, and they do say, man, if you're single, that's the way to go, is pickleball. And
Well,
I mean, look at, you're like a perfect example.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so that too, yeah.
Well, Will, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Do appreciate it.
Thank you
And
for having
best
me.
of luck to you and everything.
You too.